Amy, you're really hot.
I'm really hot. Thank you. Should I order some margaritas?
Yeah.
You want a margarita rocks, no salt, a little salt?
Testing one, testing two, testing one, testing two. Really loud in here.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. Those guys across from us are especially loud. I don't think they're going to survive the zombie apocalypse. What's the manager's name? Lara?
Lara is
Like
manager's
Lara?
name. Right.
Like Lara
Oh.
from Dr. Zhivago?
Lara, L-A-R-A. Here, cheers.
That's Dr. Zhivago.
Cheers. So
Cheers.
we're at Mexican Festival.
We are. We're at a different place. We crawled on over. I just want to...
That's good.
I want to explain myself. The reason I say cherries, when I was a little girl, my parents would say cheers to each other. I thought they were saying cherries. So I would put my glass up of milk or whatever and say cherries. And they accepted that. So I've been saying cherries ever since.
Yeah, because then you left them alone so they could drink.
Well, you know, it was the 50s. Everybody was drinking.
Well,
Just like now.
We're the 2020s almost, and everyone here at Mexican Festival is drinking.
Yeah, everybody at the bar is drinking. How funny is that?
Yeah. And I met Fred there at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
And he works for he just put his
CBS,
drink
you
down.
told me.
For CBS cameraman.
Right.
And he told me that there was a robbery that
In the neighborhood?
the neighborhood. Ask him if he wants to get on mic.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Fred.
Fred.
Would you like to get on mic? Huh? Would you like to get on the mic?
Oh, no, I'm good. I can't.
Not interested?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can't because Disney's policies and stuff like that.
Got it.
Okay, he can't.
Because they own...
He can't get on mic.
To cut it really short, I know you're busy.
It's okay.
If I was to write a script and try to sell it to Fox,
Yeah.
Disney has the rights to it before
Oh.
I can sell it.
Oh.
And so-
we have to take all these podcasts, all these computer classes on ownership rights for Disney.
Ah.
So yeah, Disney gets a little weird.
Okay.
So you can't.
And they don't let any of our reporters do it.
Okay. So we should cut this out if any of it is heard on this. We should
Well-
cut out what you're saying.
Well, I mean, Fred, if we don't cut it out, I mean, this could mean your job.
No.
No?
No.
It just means that they have proprietary rights over you as an employee.
Okay.
All right.
All
We
right.
just had our chips and our salsa.
Delivered.
But I've been trying to say
And we
I
have our
want,
drinks.
I wanted
Did
to
we say that already? Margaritas on the
yeah,
rocks
and
with
about
a little
cherries.
salt. And cherries.
That's
Okay,
the
got
best
it.
you could do with
I know.
cheers.
What you're dying to tell everyone about your.
No,
Not
not
that?
yet, not yet.
Oh,
not
the
yet.
music.
No. Quatre Vingt Neuf is Wade Ripke's new band.
Uh-huh.
And here's what we always play at the beginning of the show. So I want to just play that real quick. Right? You recognize that?
I love that.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. So we play that at the beginning of all the shows
Yeah.
when it's just me and you at the bar. Right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to give Wade a kind of a shout out and say thanks for letting us use it, because he was at my birthday party.
Yes.
My big number birthday party.
Yes, right. That's already passed now.
Yeah, and you know what he said? He said, "You're using my music?" And someone said, "Is he paying you for it?" And Wade said, "No." And I said, "Thank you, Wade. Nice birthday present." So we use Wade Ripke's music from Quatre Vingt Neuf, and that music came from the Lawn Bowling Green.
Wait a minute. You told me that he said it was okay in the past.
He did, but I think he forgot.
He forgot.
But I'm not going to remind him that he forgot.
No.
I'll just remind him that he said it, and so we're good.
Okay.
And that way we can play.
Well, someday he might say, "Okay, stop," in which case we will.
But we're not going to stop now. But here it is. da. Yeah. Anyway, so there it is. So there's.
I love that
Quattro Vigno.
music.
He also plays this kind of Little Rascal music.
Oh, I thought
which
that
is
was the same
really
thing.
Great. No, that's not Little Rascal. That's something else. But
Okay.
I'm gonna play the Little Rascal music at the end of this.
Were you able to get it working?
I'll be able to get it when we're done.
Okay.
When we're done. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead. You said you're going to run this thing.
Well, you wanted to talk about something that you
Okay, I do.
recently
I do want to talk
experienced.
about that. I can talk about it now.
Yes, you may
Okay,
talk about
all right.
that now.
So I wanted to
Mark,
play.
get set,
I
go.
wanted to play something from Robert Klein, who is singing about this thing that I'm very excited about. And so here's Robert Klein.
Excited about?
Yeah.
I don't like getting older. It doesn't seem quite fair. Your memory fades, you need a hearing aid, and you lose your hair. The young men get the women, but I don't give a damn. 'Cause it's something I get more often than any younger man. A colonoscopy, it stirs such feelings so deep inside of me. When I turn 53, a
So there it is. That's Robert Klein singing about the wonders of the colonoscopy.
And you have pictures,
I have the pictures.
which you can't show on the radio.
No,
on
but
the
I
podcast.
can put it in my notes. I put it in the program notes.
Really, you
if I'm
should
brave
I put
enough.
them on Instagram?
You go right ahead. You know, at the significant age that I'm at, who the fuck cares? And anyway, they look pretty damn good.
Really, nice and clean.
They look nice and clean,
Yeah.
nicely veined. It's almost like nice, good liver.
No, it doesn't look anything like a liver, but
Well, it looks like, it's like
It
you're
looks
to
clean
cut it
and-
out and kind of saute it or, put little onions in it. It would be good.
yeah,
It'd
yeah.
be quite tasty.
Yeah.
Although, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not done with them yet.
The zombies would like them.
I'm not. Yeah, I know you want to talk about the zombies.
Yeah, well,
So I'm just
I'm
like
just kind of sliding that in there.
like Robert Klein. I kind of like the whole process of the colonoscopy. I mean, even the taking of the stuff that kind of is really yuck tasting.
That's just
Gets
weird.
rid of
Alan.
everything.
It's weird
Hey, look.
that you like that.
I'm
It's
going to
weird.
therapy, and I'm just I'm revealing and releasing.
Well, you haven't talked about this in therapy.
And I did release because I'm totally okay with it. I'm good
no,
with it.
but I'm not okay with the fact that you like it.
Then you need to talk about it.
I think I should.
You need to talk about it
I
in
think I
therapy.
should.
I have no need. I'm cool.
My husband is strange. He likes having a
I'm
colonoscopy.
cool with the colonoscopy. I mean, you go in there, and it's like you hardly have to wait. It's Mr. Winston. They're really nice.
Oh,
They-
you like? Oh, no, I know what you
You
like.
get to be naked
I know what you
in
like.
public.
But you wear something.
They give you a warm blanket.
You're not really walking around naked. You have a gown.
You have a gown, but it's open in the back.
It's very
you've got,
Roman.
You got very free,
Which you love.
And I said, can I? It's after they plugged me in, and I was all kind of like, I had the needle in my arm,
Yeah.
and they're ready to take me into the room.
Yes.
And I said, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And the guy said, oh, you can go. You go. Just go. Just make sure to cover your tush. Oh, that was sweet. Right? He was an Hispanic guy, and he said, make sure to cover your tush. And I said, thank you. I will. And I did.
Oh,
and
when you go to the bathroom.
yeah.
Oh,
I
because
came
you were
back.
walking out of the room. I thought, never mind. I didn't know what you were talking about. See, when you were walking around and
Yeah.
you had to be like, you might be seen by somebody, he was reminding you to hold your hand back there to pull
It
the
was
fabric
more than my
together.
hand. It's like I made sure
You
my
didn't
tush
care.
was fully
Really?
covered.
Did you? I would think that you would be like, I don't really care.
Not really. Not
Yeah,
really.
I know.
But I
You don't
did.
care.
Because he asked me, so I did. And they're so nice. And it's like, Mr. Winston, what can I do for you? And
I know.
and it's like
I-
my name is Anil, and oh, you're Nurse Anil. Hi. how you doing? You feeling good? I'm feeling pretty good.
Were you stoned then? Like, had they given you some
No,
pre-medication?
they don't give you pre-medication.
No, they just knock you
They
out.
do it. They don't knock it out. And then
Which is
they-
another nice thing.
The doctor comes and says, okay, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Hi, doctor. I haven't seen you in a few years. How's everything with you? I only see him when I...
Yeah, he doesn't even remember you.
Colonoscopy.
He doesn't remember you.
No, he looks like he does.
It's Aaron, right?
And he looks like he's concerned.
Dr. Aaron.
Dr. Aaron, right.
Yeah.
He looks, he's got a really...
Oh, he's a nice man.
Yeah, and he said, I've only kind of punctured the wall once.
I know. That's his joke.
That's his routine.
That's his routine. That's
Right.
his pre-colonoscopy joke.
Right, so
Oh.
I said, so I meant to say, okay, all right, only once. So you've done this thousands of times, yeah. So when was it that you punctured the... And
So it was the last time.
Very interestingly, the last time he did it was in 2001.
The last
I-
time he punctured
He
the
punctured the wall.
wall.
Right, and so I'm thinking 2001,
He's due for another puncture.
it probably was September 11th or 12th.
Oh,
And his mind was on 9/11.
who knows? I don't know. about
That's the
that.
story I created.
Well, I just think there's a probability that it's going to happen again, and so the longer he goes without doing it, the more there's a probability.
Well, thank you for telling me that now. You told me that before
I go to
went
the same
in.
doctor, so
Yeah, no, I think he's really good now. Then they wheel you into the room, and it's
Right.
like I assume the position,
and
which is on the left side.
and they talk in
Wait a minute.
what's the word? Dulcet
tones.
Dulcet tones.
Right, and the room's a little chilly, but you got a nice warm blanket.
And you have to lay on the left side. Why is that?
But I assume the position. Well, because then they have free access to the colon.
You could stay on the right side too.
Colonoscopy. No, it's always the left side.
Always
and
the left
the nurse
side.
said, "Look, doctor, he got into position. I didn't have to say anything to him.
You're
I
a
was a
good
good
patient.
I was a good
We
patient.
said that at the same time.
Yeah, I was good. I was a good boy. Look, doctor, he got into position, and the doctor only had to move my leg a little bit.
Yes.
Right, and I'm sitting there, and then the anesthesiologist comes up, very nice lady, Dr. Borgazian, I think,
Uh-huh.
and she had a little tube of something. It was white, and she said, "Okay, Mr. Winston, have a nice nap." And she
Right.
hooked me in,
Right.
and I said,
Did they tell you to count or something?
"No counting."
No.
And I said, "Am I just going to follow that?" And I was
And
in
you were
white.
you were
I was in
done.
white.
And then
It took a half a second
to wake back up.
from being from being awake
Yes.
to being totally asleep.
I don't think I've ever been aware of that half second.
Well, I wanted to be aware of it because I thought, what would it be like if I tried to stay awake?
Okay, I'm going to do that next time.
There's no way. There's no way you can try to stay awake. It's like you're the convicted murderer on the gurney, getting ready to have your poison put into your veins.
Yeah.
They put you to sleep first. You can't stay awake.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't want that image in my mind, but
See dead man walking.
I know. You
Sean
mentioned that.
Sean Penn. He tries to stay awake. He can't.
So, but then the thing that I find to be really kind of fascinating is that you wake up 1 second later. It feels like it. You
Okay.
don't really wake up
Yeah.
1 second later, but it feels that way.
15 minutes later, you wake up.
But
You
it
go-
feels like a second.
It's like you're going into this white place.
Don't you agree, though?
Yeah.
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 Okay, thanks.
And for a second, you don't quite know where you are, and you go, "Oh yeah,
Right.
I had my colonoscopy, and I don't
And
have
we
to
have the
pee."
pictures.
And I got pictures. And the doctor came in, and he said, "Only one polyp, nothing serious."
And they say, "Would you like an orange juice? Would you like?" you
then
need
they
to.
feed you.
Yes, I know.
It's all good.
Right?
Can I have some coffee? No.
Did they
but
give
can
you a
have some
sandwich
tea.
or something?
No, graham crackers.
Oh,
But
graham
they give you as much graham crackers as you want.
as many graham crackers as
What
you
kind
want.
of tea do you
How
want?
cool is that?
Any
It
of
almost
you
makes you
guys
want to
out
go
there,
every year.
Every year, but he said, "I'll see you in 5 years." I go, "God willing."
Did he say God willing?
No, I did.
Oh, okay. Because
Oh, in my head, I said.
if he said God willing, I would have said to him, "You're talking about yourself, right, doctor?"
No. I was talking about myself.
I actually had a doctor that said that to me once about herself, and in fact, she passed away before the year was over. No, because she knew. But she said it to
no.
me, and she had this really sad look on her face, and I thought, oh my God, what do I say? What do I say to that?
Oh.
I'm sure you'll be here, doctor. Buck up. I mean, it was really kind of strange.
What do you do? What do you say to someone who's dying?
I just looked at her very sympathetically and
Yeah, it's not really.
nodded my
it's not
head.
really
and
funny.
It's not.
You know,
But she kind of, it was just like I don't know.
you can't even say like, you might become the
Maybe
Walking
it's
Dead.
because I said to her, "I'll see you next year," because I didn't really know that she was sick, but
What
then when
made you
she
think
said,
she was sick?
well, then I put it all together afterwards, and especially because she did pass away not too long after that, and then I put it all together. And
Wow.
I thought, yeah.
Okay.
This
Well,
is a really depressing
Yeah.
show.
I mean, I had a very bright topic to talk about, my colonoscopy. It was like bright and it was happy, and then you talked about your doctor who died. Doctors
One thought
don't
leads to
die.
another, honey.
The
That's the way it
patients
goes.
die.
That's the way we talk.
Patients die.
But
not
I
doctors.
have another really bright topic. I want to talk about the fact that we have lost humans.
Mhm.
Humans
Mhm.
have lost
Mhm.
a lot of really important abilities. Over time.
Mhm.
And for example, we always talk about this. Our reliance upon the GPS. When we're traveling about and we're using GPS, and sometimes yes, you can get
Global-
lost with GPS
What
because
does that mean, GPS? Global protection safety. Global point spotting.
I don't know.
Enormous place.
GP. What would the P be?
space.
The P is not
I don't know.
global place. We should know that. Why don't you look it up while I talk?
Okay.
Because I think that we should know that.
Okay.
It seems like I've heard it before.
I know.
It's global something. Positioning
Global positioning
system.
system.
Global, I bet you that's it. Global positioning system. I'm going to go with that. So, for example, we've talked about it and we've said that we get upset with our GPS because, I don't know, we don't turn when we're supposed to and we get lost and it has to reroute.
You're
We're
right.
not very good at it. It's right. Global
Positioning
positioning
system,
system.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure that some of our listeners have had the experience of having difficulty with GPS, especially if you go in an area, it tells you to go in an area and there's construction there, and you can't turn where it tells you to turn, and it's very frustrating. Or if there's a lot of traffic, and anyway, I remember when we were in Los Angeles. This
Oh,
was the
God,
most
that was
frustrating
dangerous.
experience of my life.
That was dangerous.
Well, first of all, there's a freeway in LA, in California, and it's called 101. It goes up and down the entire coast. It's near the coast.
They should call it lose-o-lose
Huh?
instead of 101.
101.
Lose-o-lose.
Okay, explain yourself.
Because you lose your place.
You lose your place?
I've drunk just as much as you have. Why am I drunk and you're not?
I don't know. What's losing about 101?
One W-O-N.
Oh, 101. So it's. I don't know.
Go on, follow through with your thought.
I forgot what my thought was.
We were on 101. It's
so
a
we were
terrible
using I
freeway.
won't tell you the name of this GPS system. A lot of people like it. It rhymes with Aves. And it- and it
Waze?
has-
Is
and
it
it-
Waze?
Yeah, A's. Rhymes with
Okay,
A's. Okay,
yeah.
I wasn't going to say it. Rhymes with
Yeah.
A's and it starts with a W. Okay, whatever.
You didn't
I'm not
say
going to
it.
say it.
I said it.
Okay, you said it. Anyway, I don't like it. So I grew up in California, so I know my way. I grew up in the LA area, and I know 101. And we wanted to find a beach, and it took us. This GPS system took us off the highway, and we started meandering up into the foothills, up into the coastal range, or even actually beyond the coastal range. But anyway, it does. It's hilly
You
around
ended in
Los Angeles.
Arizona.
Well, we ended up going way out of our way. Okay, we were on 101, headed south. We went way out of our way, at least a half an hour or an hour. I kept getting more and more upset, like, this is crazy. We're trying to go to the ocean, and we're going away from the ocean. It turned us around and took us back to 101. And I said, I'm never using this Waze again. Never. Never, never, never. It's stupid. And then, but then even worse, when it did started heading us back to the beach, it was going this very circuitous route. We're making right, left, right, left.
But it was trying to take us to a restaurant it had recommended.
No, this wasn't a restaurant. This was to get to Venice friggin' Beach.
Oh, okay.
It was just to get to the beach. Anyway, it was not good.
No, and then it said cross this highway, and it was like we almost got killed.
Well, partly
there was an
was my
intersection.
driving, partly because I was upset.
You were
but
really
yeah,
upset.
Right. And,
Right.
And you were upset, and it was not a good
Me? No, I was
situation.
totally calm.
The thing that we've lost, when I was talking about GPS system, the things that we have lost, the thing that we have lost is our ability to read maps. To read maps.
Right.
Yes. And so, I mean, and we've talked about we have to go back to that. I said I like to know the lay of the land. So we said next time we travel, we're going to get a map. We're going to map it out. And we really haven't done that.
We never do it.
No, we never do it. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I'm saying now I'm going to do it. Next time when we go up to Canada, we're going up to Canada in August. We're going to be driving. I am going to get
on
a
the
map.
glacier.
I am going to get a map. Yeah.
And we're going to just do maps.
We're just going to do maps. Well, okay. Maybe we'll have a GPS just on the phone. It'll be there still, just in case. But we're gonna do maps. But then I was looking into this whole thing, and we've lost much, much, much more than just our ability to follow GPS. In fact, we've lost our entire ability to navigate.
I mean, literally, we've lost our ability.
Yes, humans have lost our ability.
Our knack to navigate.
We've lost our navigational skills. And I'm not talking about navigational skills that allow us to, that in which we use a compass. Or in which we use a sextant even to look at the stars. I'm not talking about that.
I haven't used a sextant in a long time.
No, but that was kind of a very, very early navigational tool.
Right.
I'm talking about having no tools whatsoever. Prehistory, early man,
How did they find
Cro-Magnon.
their caves?
Exactly.
How did they do that?
They had, first of all, they have the same size brain, but a good deal of it was dedicated to navigational skills, spatial information, understanding, having a sense of the lay of the land. They would go, so once they started trading or maybe raiding another village somewhere, they might travel for 100 miles. Imagine traveling for 100 miles on some whatever terrain and being able to find your way back to your village.
Right, and with no shoes.
No, they had shoes.
They had shoes.
I'm talking by this time, as early Native Americans or Cro-Magnon, they had shoes, they had clothing. By this time they wore clothing.
Do you think
I mean, you know what? Actually, even before that, yeah, they probably did also have great navigational skills. But I'm talking about a different time period.
You know what? I think even if I were a caveman, I would not have good navigational skills.
Well, you feel that way because that's who you are. You're someone who's...
I bet there were some cavemen who just like,
It could be. And
Og
they were left...
doesn't know where we are, don't ask him.
It could be.
Don't go to
It
Og.
could be.
He has no idea where we are. He keeps saying he knows, but if he says left, go right.
Well, it's a very important skill to survival. So imagine,
knowing where you are.
imagine the pandemic flu, everything's gone crazy. There's people
right.
turning into zombies, and we have to leave the city. We could not find our way around New Jersey. We couldn't do it.
I couldn't find my way to the lawn
couldn't
bowling
find our way.
green.
No. No, you'd find your way. And in fact, along the way of trying to find, something to eat, you'd see a lawn bowling green. You'd say, "Hey, let's go
Go bowling.
You're not turning into a Neanderthal.
I found a
Al.
cool rock.
You're not turning into Neanderthal. So we have lost the ability. Now,
will we lose the ability to have colonoscopies? That's what I want to know.
yes.
Oh
Well,
my
maybe.
God.
No. If we go back to if there's an apocalypse, zombie apocalypse, yes.
And
yes.
do the
We will
zombies
not
have
be able to do that.
colonoscopies?
No.
No. Oh.
Okay, so let me move on.
Please move on.
Please, can we move away from the colonoscopy? Yes, thank you, Rebecca.
I'm sorry, I just got some on my
Okay.
mind.
All right, so if we were dumped in a forest somewhere, we couldn't feed ourselves for two reasons. First of all, we couldn't navigate. Secondly, we have no idea how to track Now, some people do.
Did I lose my
Some
credit
people
card
do
or
know how to
something?
track animals.
Okay.
Some do know how to track animals. Nobody's taking
Even
a credit
today.
card in the forest, honey. They don't take credit cards in the forest.
Ah,
Yeah, even
They
today.
better, I'm
even,
paying for it.
Absolutely, there are hunters. They know how to track animals, but they don't know how to track animals the way those Neanderthals did, man. First of all, I don't know if you realize this, but another skill that we've lost that ties into this is long-distance running. Humans were long-distance runners. And so because what they would do to track animals, everybody thinks, they'd throw a spear and kill an animal. No. They would track them until the animal was tired, which they did get tired because they couldn't sweat the way humans could. So that's one of our great evolutionary skills or attributes. And they would tire the animals out, and then they would throw it, when they had a really better chance of killing it, actually.
Human being can still run like a long time.
Well, yeah,
You've heard
there
of
are
these super
some.
triathlons.
There are some people who do
they,
it,
like,
and they
run for
train.
4 days
Yeah, they
and-
train. But we're talking
they
about
bicycle
everybody
for a
could do
month.
it. Your average Joe could do it. Everybody could run for long distances.
Yeah.
When the
You can still sweat.
Apache came of age, they were required to go on like a 100-mile journey to raid a village nearby. So
Before I was bar mitzvahed, I had to do that.
what village did
Would've
you have to
become a man.
raid?
Well, it was someplace in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and you had to run there.
It wasn't really a village, it was a deli.
Did you run there with a little loincloth and a spear?
I had to find the subway to the deli and then get some gefilte fish. Yeah, it was a test. It was a test of manhood.
All right. So, but then, even if we were thrown into the forest, okay, we couldn't feed ourselves because we couldn't track an animal. We wouldn't know what to do with it once we got it. And
Oh, I know what to do
even
with
if
an
we said,
animal.
okay, honey, look, we don't have to eat animals. Let's just figure out something to eat in the forest. We wouldn't have any idea. We have no idea
Come on,
what to eat.
mulberries,
Okay, if you can find a mulberry.
cabbages,
If you can, they don't.
Carrots.
Cabbages? No, they don't have those in the forest, honey.
apple.
There's no wild carrot. Maybe there are, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Find a bodego, and there's stuff to eat there.
No. It's not.
They've got bubble gum, something.
Nothing.
Oh God.
So there's
sounds
this
awful.
Clint Janulus, an anthropologist from the University of Oxford,
I
and he's
know him.
also a former U.S. Army Specials
Yeah.
Forces operator and primitive skills survival instructor.
So find him and stay
says-
with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Just find
he
him.
says that the knowledge of edible and also medicinal foods would have been passed on over generations, and that this detailed knowledge is one of the biggest losses to the world in terms of forgotten skills.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't even. There's medications, or I guess there's medicines that early man understood and knew of, and passed it down generation to generation, and we've lost it. Somebody lost the friggin' recipe.
Well, as long as I can have my iPad.
You can't,
I'm
honey.
okay.
You can't have your iPad.
What? No.
No, you
All
can't
right.
have it.
As long as I have my iPhone, I'm okay.
No.
What?
You won't have it. In the zombie apocalypse, I'm telling you,
All right,
nothing.
as long as there's a bar, there's going to be a bar that I can go and drink
You know what? We
and
should
have
set
these
up the bar.
delicious
We should set up
margaritas.
the bar in the zombie apocalypse.
at Mexican Festival
No, we should set up a bar.
and call it the Zombie Apocalypse, the Last Chance Bar.
Last chance bar.
Right. Everyone will flock there.
Exactly.
Right.
The bar at the end of the world. And
we're-
also the final thing that we've lost, and this is true now in modern society too.
Oh, my mind is
There are people
fried.
that can do this, obviously, because they make and sell clothing. But used to be everybody knew how to do it.
Yeah, and they do podcasts too.
Everybody
on this,
knew how to make clothes from scratch, or to make fabric. Everybody knew how to do it. That's what you had to do to be able to clothe yourself.
If I
and-
had to do that, I'd kind of have to make clothes out of paper
Well,
or out of wood or something. or
well, they did. They made it out of
pieces
bark.
metal. Can you imagine
They
how
made
difficult
clothing
that
out of
would
bark.
be? You know,
There was
wrap
an
myself in
Iceman,
wires.
Otzi, the Iceman. He was 5,300-year-old human.
Oxy?
Otzi, O-T-Z-I, Otzi.
Oxy, yeah.
Otzi the Iceman.
I graduated
He
with
was-
that guy. He's a cool guy.
5,300 years ago. He was found embedded in a glacier
Must be a
in the
different
Austrian
guy.
Alps. And
Oh,
he
it's a
had,
different guy.
and the clothing on him was immaculately preserved.
He
and,
dressed well.
And yeah, he did dress well, and it was very fat. It was fascinating.
He was
you know,
fat.
he wasn't fat. He was all muscles, man, honey. He was cool. He was hot.
Otzi.
Yeah, people were in
Otzi,
good
you're looking
shape.
good, Otzi.
The early man was in good shape.
That's a tailored suit you got on by him.
His shoes. So the soles of the
Big
shoes were
feet.
made from a thick bear skin, not beer
Bear
skin,
skin.
bear skin, and the top of the shoe was made from some softer animal skin, like deer skin.
Like a bunny rabbit.
But then the inner part was it could be
Little bunny
something
rabbit.
soft. That'd be nice.
That's
but
right.
the
they didn't care who they killed back then.
the inner part was woven bark.
Woven
How about a woven bark
bark?
shoe with, grass insets, bear
Yeah.
soles, and a deer, top.
I think there's an industry in that. I think we could make shoes.
We can make Otzi clothing.
Otzi clothing, Otzi shoes.
Otzi shoes.
Like the original Otzi
Wow.
Iceman shoes.
It was good enough for Otzi. It's good enough for
and
us.
you could use it to escape the zombie apocalypse.
He had a cloak that he wore that was made of woven grass, which would make it waterproof. And also, he could put it down as a barrier to the earth, so he could lay on it, he could sleep on it, or he could use it as a blanket.
Yeah. Or well,
And we
did
should make that.
Did he have access to Flonase? Because that sounds like a real.
I
kind
know,
of
it's
like
true. I don't know. Do you think they had allergies?
Of course they had allergies. We have allergies now. Can you
well,
imagine?
these are the skills that we
Keep
have to
that
really
coat
start.
away from me.
We have to
that
get
grass
back to
coat.
this. We have to get back to this.
All right, we're gonna start working on that right now.
Look who's here. Laura's here.
Lara.
Hi,
All right.
Lara.
Wow, she brought a lot of notes. Come sit over there, and we'll get you set up. Okay, so we've been talking here at Mexican Festival,
Yes.
which is on Broadway and 102nd Street.
Alan was talking about his colonoscopy. Do you know what
I
that
was
is?
talking about my colonoscopy. Yes, when you
Right,
become
exactly.
when you become a 53-year-old
believe it?
man, you'll have to have one.
Okay, 53 plus. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Oh, when
But-
it starts.
Women
when you
get
start.
it too, right?
Oh, well, yeah. I've had a couple. I've had a few.
Okay. all right.
Whatever.
But it's mainly a man thing.
No,
give
it's
give
not
us
mainly
men
men.
give us men something. We can't have babies. At least we can have a colonoscopy.
You can have it. You can keep it.
Ah, okay, all right. But we're here at the Mexican Festival, and we've been here many times,
Yes.
and we always sit here at the short bar, not the long bar,
we
the
like
short bar,
this side.
which
of
is
the
right
bar.
along 102nd Street. And Lara is with us, and she is the manager here at Mexican Festival. How long have you been a manager here?
I've been a manager here for about a year now.
Wow. Where were you before this?
Going through a divorce.
Okay. So you're
that'll-
starting a new life.
That'll take time.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're here. Had you managed restaurants before, or is this a new endeavor?
I used to own, so
Okay.
I had my background from having a Rio Cafe in East Brunswick, New Jersey,
Uh-huh.
and I had a few other businesses. And when I spoke to my boss about my experience, he told me that he needed me here, and so then I came, and I haven't left since.
Wow.
So you like it?
I love this place. The ambiance is very, very special. There's something.
Describe the ambiance. Yeah. What is it? Because
It's,
we like it too.
it's a mix, of cultures and different people, and it's just homey.
Yeah.
And I love the colors. I love, how I feel in here. I love it.
There's,
Yeah, I love
there's
to
a
come to
Mexican
work.
feel here with the
there's
tiles.
and there's a festival feel.
Yeah,
with
there's a
with
feel
the
of
colors.
party. There's a feel
Yeah.
of, moments, cherished moments here.
So what's the best day of
nice.
the week at Mexican Festival?
The best day I have seen so far is becoming Thursdays. It is jazz night, and
And you actually have a
jazz
jazz band
night.
here.
yeah, we have a jazz
Very
band.
nice.
from
And it's
7
right
o'clock
over
to
there, on the other
10:30.
side of the bar.
Does it have a Spanish flair, or is it just?
Well, they mix it up every week. So sometimes they do it like Spanish, and sometimes they do it, like saxophone only and piano. Sometimes the drums. So they vary.
Okay, all right. We should come on Thursday. We love jazz.
I know. Well, it's Thursday's tomorrow. I tried to get this show on Thursday, but Lara said I'm
no,
not
she
here,
has something else going
and
on
so we
too.
wanted you to be here with us. So
And tomorrow night is women's
ladies' night.
ladies' night.
It's ladies' night.
I might be
yeah.
back, Al.
All right.
might be back.
Well,
Yeah, ladies come in and they have an entree and a free margarita.
I like
all right.
it.
So you order an entree, and
And
if
you get
you're
a free
lady,
margarita.
a free margarita.
right?
Yep.
What if you
Like
come
it.
in and you say, like I say, Oh yes, I'm a lady.
He's transitioning.
Don't be.
Most
don't
likely
be
you
gender-
have to look for me and get a manager's discount card.
Okay.
All right, yeah, because we have to be careful about gender identity here.
I know, especially in New York City, right?
That's right. If
right,
someone comes and says, I'm a lady. I'm a lady.
You have to say, okay,
I
if you
want
say
my
so.
margarita. you may have a loophole here.
You know, how often
you
is
have
that
to-
going to happen? You might as well just say, okay, sit down and have a margarita.
So what's the margaritas are good. They're really good.
The margaritas
Delicious.
are what we are famous for. We're
right, tell us
famous
about the
for
margarita.
our guacamole and
Yes.
the different flavored margaritas that we make frozen.
Ah.
And the guacamole, see, we never get frozen. We always get the.
I was going to say, we
So we
usually
should get
don't
the
get,
frozen.
we like the original, the kind of.
You like
on
the
rock,
original
yeah.
because that way, you know, you can control how heavy your hand gets in there. I
There you
understand
go.
that. But I do. My favorite one is coconut on the rocks. Yeah.
Coconut
Sounds
margarita.
nice.
Coconut margarita
All right,
on
we'll
the
try
rocks.
it.
On
We're
the
gonna
rocks.
try it.
Yeah, on the rocks.
Or there is the regular frozen margarita with chamoy.
What's chamoy?
Chamoy is like a little spicy
Okay.
sauce that they have that you put around the frozen.
You know
what,
And it
let's-
just gives
let's-
like a little kick.
Let's order both
Okay.
those right now, and then we'll taste it and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sure.
as soon as
With a chili rim.
With the chili rim.
With a chili rim.
Okay. All right.
so we're gonna
So we're going to get the bartender's attention
and we'll order one
order.
of the coconut one and
And what was the other
and
one? With the chili rim.
The frozen margarita
Chamoy.
with
Chamoy.
chamoy.
and who creates those concoctions?
Well, they're authentic to Mexico.
Oh.
They really
But
It's like they're spicy. Rosa.
Rosa. Everyone together, Rosa.
Rosa, she'll be back.
Julieta. This is
Hi, Julieta.
She's one of
Hi.
the nighttime floor managers over here. She is excellent
Great.
margarita maker. We were trying to try the frozen margarita with chamoy with chili rim.
And the coconut.
And
So
the
they
coconut
can
one.
try it.
And the guacamole here is made at your table.
It is made at your table, so you can choose how spicy you want it, and you can see how they make it.
Yes, yes.
It's really, really nice.
It is very nice.
Yeah, everybody likes to take out their phones.
And I love the way
Take a picture of how it's
Yeah.
being made. Yeah.
I've seen it done in different restaurants, and in this one time the gentleman was very discerning about the guacamole too. You know, you open it up, you don't always know sometimes. With
He threw a number of them away because
yeah,
they
he was
weren't.
like, not good enough for you, and he, you know,
yeah, well, sometimes that happens.
of course,
depending on
any
season.
avocado, it's going to happen.
Yeah, and they're so expensive now too.
Oh, Jesus.
They
Don't
really
talk
don't
to
see-
me. I'm doing inventory. I know how much the case is.
Yeah, well, you know you know why that is. It's because of our president. I mean, it's the tariffs. Yeah.
Well,
so.
we're not going to get into politics.
Yeah,
Laura
let's
doesn't
not
want
do
to talk about
politics.
politics. She's a manager.
Especially at a Mexican restaurant.
She's
Yeah.
happy and loves her job and
So while we're waiting for the very special margaritas, let's
What's-
learn a little bit about
See,
it.
that's what it is.
oh
Oh, wow, that
my
was
gosh.
quick.
Now, with Julieta, they also want to try the margarita on the rocks coconut.
Coconut.
Coconut,
See.
yeah. I said on the rocks because they usually like on the rocks.
Well,
Okay.
what do you think, Drew? What do you
Which-
think? Then let's do the frozen.
Less
Wait,
sweet.
wait, wait,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But that's something. It's less sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. I like less sweet. You don't want it too sweet. It's cloying
it's-
if it's
it's
too
better.
sweet. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
too
Do
sweet
you make the
equals
frozen?
headaches and blackouts.
I got
Ah,
it. Do you make
we
the
want that.
frozen?
Yeah, we make it. Well, not me, the machine.
Oh,
But
see,
they
that's
put the ingredients in now. Yeah, they
We
put
put
it.
tequila, triple sec, and sour mix.
Yes. Okay.
how long have you been here at Mexican Festival?
Oh my God, like 8 months, 8 or 6 months. Yeah,
Yeah. Where are you from originally?
Mexico,
Mexico.
Where?
Puebla.
So you don't even
Next
know where
to
that
the,
is.
To the city, like an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you have going on at Mexican Festival that you'd like to share?
Oh, you have a cheat sheet there.
I know.
So let's
well,
go through it.
she's prepared, of course.
So basically, we just expanded our menu now. So we have a whole seafood section
Gorgeous.
for the dinner menu, and that is very good because we are a Mexican restaurant, and we before didn't have like no seafood here. So now we have a whole section for that. We started opening up earlier for lunch. So now we're open at 11, so people can actually come in and have lunch. And we have a whole new lunch menu, which is, nice because it's not the same as
Yeah.
before. We've been doing this about the same thing for about 5 years.
So you're
So
changing
we
it up.
changed it up. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
So basically what it is $12.95 for a dish and 2 sides.
Oh, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
And that's every day?
Every day.
Weekdays?
11 to 4.
Weekends too?
Well, weekends we have brunch.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
A Mexican brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Becky works during the weekdays.
I do, I know. But we'll retire one of these days.
I'll just
and
have to
we'll
find
be-
a date and come over.
We'll be hanging out.
No comment.
You mean like not the day of the year, but someone to come with you?
No, I mean a date, the kind of thing, the little date that
A
you
little
eat.
date that you eat. Okay.
Ah,
And come on over. Yeah.
You
Like-
got
like
away
a
with
fig.
that one.
Ay,
Like a little
jeez.
fig.
It's horrible.
You would have got me.
It's horrible.
I would have
Oh.
been like,
All right.
come in.
Oh, you have a mariachi band.
Yeah, we have mariachis that come in on Fridays and Saturdays.
Wow.
Between 7:30 and 9:30, and that just it gets busy. Period. So it gets crowded. When they come in, forget about it.
Yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
dancing.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
having
wow.
fun.
Oh,
It's
there's
a party.
dancing
It's a
here.
festival.
Yeah.
So do you
it
pull
is.
some of these tables out and people get to dance?
No,
You just
they dance around them.
Dance around.
Dance
them.
on top of the
They-
table.
No, not on top of the table.
No. The manager says you can't dance on the table.
Only
hey, lady,
after 12
off
a.m.
the table. Off. Yeah. Right. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
So yeah,
Well,
this
this is-
past weekend we had Father's Day, and I went around giving shots to all the fathers and
Nice.
their
We got some
mouths.
shots at our.
We
went to a restaurant.
We
yeah.
went to Refried Beans
Thank
uptown.
you so much, Lara. Thank
Yeah.
you, and thanks for having us
Thank
here.
you for having me.
And thanks for having us.
Of course.
And we didn't say this, sweetie, when we began, but this is Bar Crawl Radio.
Oh, we didn't do that.
No, we didn't say that. If you like what you hear, you can contact us at barcrawlradio@gmail.com. You might find us regularly now at Mexican Festival because it's like we have a lot of booze here to drink.
Yeah, we might be here for a while.
We might be here for a while, so come on over. This has been fun. Lara, thank you very much for joining us
welcome,
on this episode.
Thank you for having me.
And so
We
we
better
better
order
order
some
some
food.
food and we better kind of like just get through this night because it's going to be tough because the zombies are coming.
You have to make that gravelly voice. No, you have to do that gravelly thing. No, you've done it better. It's
Oh, the zombie thing.
the zombie thing. There you go. That's it. So we can survive. Coke?
I don't know. That's what I thought of. Well, when you become a zombie, that's what you're going to
That's what I'm
do.
gonna say.
I need a
I need a Coca-Cola. Yeah, really. I won't want to eat anybody. I'll just want a Coca-Cola. True that.
Signing off. Barbara Radio. Thanks for your message. All right, so here's the coconut one. Let's start with
Okay.
that. All right,
Nothing
here
on
we
the
go.
rim.
Let,
You're gonna let me
I'll
go
let
first?
you go first. Yeah. It's sure pretty.
Beautiful. Well, we got a picture of it. Oh my gosh. It's like a cake.
It's like
butter.
It's like a pina colada with tequila.
Yes. Oh,
take a look
it's
over.
so delicious.
I love it.